me get my water first. Is this seat taken? Whew. Ah, this is so nervous. My name is Gabby. I'm a police dispatcher here to answer all your questions about police dispatching. But aside from police dispatching, I'm also going to be discussing first responder news, police content, the good and the bad, the ugly, all things regarding first responder news, content, and entertainment. So if you're interested in any of that, please subscribe to my channel. It'll really help my channel because I need it. As this is my first video, I just thought that it was only appropriate to talk about how I even became a dispatcher. Because I see a lot of you guys are interested in being police dispatchers. You do not, I repeat, you do not need to have experience in law enforcement, public safety, CPR, or in any of that in order to be a police dispatcher or to be anything in law enforcement. You just have to have the right things in your resume. So let me tell you my story. My resume did not have anything like she has experience with computers and radios and nothing like that. Maybe multitasking, but I'll explain that in a sec. You know where I worked? I worked in custodial in college. Then I worked as a server at a Mexican restaurant. Not even a big one. It was like a locally owned little like mom and pop restaurant. And then my next job was at Starbucks as a barista. Those were my 3 jobs that I had to apply to be a dispatcher. Yeah. Okay, Gabby, so how in the world did you become a dispatcher out of working in the food industry and with toilets? Okay, girl, let me tell you. It was the resume. It was the resume. It's what you put in the resume that will make you stand out. I could say like, oh yeah, I worked at Starbucks. They're like, well, what's the correlation? Well, at Starbucks, you have to be listening to their order while you're making a drink. You have to have good customer service in order for them to want to come back. You have to problem solve. Hey, what if this ran out? What are you gonna say to them? Like, you have to problem solve. You gotta learn how to put on your resume how your job correlates directly to give you the qualities that you need to be a police dispatcher. So you wanna know what I said in my resume? I know how to work in high stress situations, good at customer service, good at communicating, good at working as a team, good at making decisions under pressure, able to de-escalate a situation, and I don't allow my emotions to get in the way of work, because that's what you need as a police dispatcher. You need to be able to do everything that I said, and everything that I said you can do as a barista at Starbucks, as a server at a restaurant. You need all those things in order to be a police dispatcher. If you put the right things in your resume, you can be qualified to do the job. My supervisor, we would just be talking because me and my supervisor get along. Shout out to you, you know who you are. Another tip, do not have pages of a resume. Do not do it. If it's more than 1 page, scrap it. Start all over again. Ask ChatGPT to help you reduce that. From experience, my supervisor, he would read them, but condensed resume. You're gonna think, no, that's too small. It doesn't look like I have that much experience. It doesn't matter. They wanna get to the point. And if you're able to tell me that you could talk good to customers, that you could work as a team, that you could communicate, girl, come over here. Don't waste my time with a long story. Come over here to the team. Don't have a long resume. So, okay, Gabby, but you said that you were gonna help me become a police dispatcher. How did you become one? Okay, girl, calm down. So my story started once upon a time. Like I said, I was in college. I moved over to the city that I'm in. I put in my resume those things because I knew that I was definitely underqualified regarding the job title. I didn't have any sort of professional background. If you aren't what they need, they're not gonna want you. They're not gonna want you. Back to how I became a police dispatcher. I moved over to the city that I'm in, which I will not disclose. I was only planning on being here for 6 months. I needed money. Like, I was living with family members and I was working at Starbucks, and Starbucks was not gonna allow me to buy a car because I didn't have a car when I got here. I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have anything to my name at all. So it really all stemmed from need. I needed like to make my own living. I was 22 years old and nobody was going to take care of me, you know? And that was my goal. My parents were very supportive, but I wanted to be more independent financially. And so that was my goal coming over here. Starbucks, even though I'm grateful for that job, did not pay for the bills. Thankfully, my family member had a friend who was in concrete dispatching. Concrete dispatching is, you know, when like the sidewalk is cracked or when the curb is cracked or like when you need to make a new sidewalk or need to make a new parking lot, things like that. These big drummer trucks are filled with tons of concrete. They go ahead with the construction workers and obviously pour it out, blah, 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 you know the drill. There's a dispatcher for those. Talking to them, telling them where to go, getting updates from them and everything like that, right? I was one of those people. Let me just say I'm so grateful for that job because I know that I did not have like, the beautiful professional background for it, but I'm very grateful that they gave me the chance. So you know who you are. So thank you, G. But I will be honest, please, if you're the CEO of this, I hope you don't continue to watch. Please stop here. Please stop here. This is a warning. Please stop watching here. I was not happy. I was not happy at that job. They were great because thank you to that job giving me a chance. I got my condo, I got my car, I was able to pay my bills, I got my own phone line. Like such simple, basic things I got thanks to that job. It gave me financial liberty and it gave me financial independence. So that job allowed me to pay for my college, to pay for all my basic needs, like for everything. But I was just not happy. I feel like the hours were too long, and obviously it's a very demanding job. You never knew when you were gonna start or end the day, and that's okay. Some people are okay with that. Ooh, and guys, if you're over there, there's a lot of people that don't work there anymore. And I feel like they would agree with me, but I just feel like because it was such a high stress environment, I'm very sensitive and I'm very nice. And I feel like there was some people that just weren't like that, and that's okay just because they were very stressed. It was just very stressful for me that I wasn't happy. I would leave like around 6, but I'd have to wake up at 3 in the morning sometimes, or 6 in the morning. And so I would get home. I wouldn't want to cook, so I would just eat out. And then we did have every weekend off and all the holidays off, so that was really nice. I guess I just didn't balance my life too well. I was very stressed out, so I had like acne, really bad acne. My cortisol levels were really high. It started messing with my hygiene, like my hair. Like I would never do my hair, like it would just be in a bun. Like I just didn't look good. And like I was really chubby because I was eating out. I didn't have time to go to the gym. I wasn't sleeping well. Like it was just not good. I wouldn't use my free time to like take care of myself. I used my free time to like be out with friends. And I was also like very short-tempered. I would lash out to the people closest to me, which was really like sad. And I was really like insecure and brought out negative energy towards other people. Like I was such a hater. I wouldn't wash my dishes. I didn't clean my clothes. I didn't clean my house. Like I wouldn't do stuff because I was just like, I just want to get home, sleep, change, and then go to work, and then wait till the weekend, and then go out with my friends and spend money. So it was just like not good. So there's like a lot of reasons why I felt like I needed to leave the job. It's a good job, but I think I just didn't balance my work life and my personal life well. You know, you got to remember, like they're very like harsh, manly men, and I'm very like feminine, girly. My friend, she knew that I was very like unhappy in my job. Hold on. This makes me really sad to remember. She told me like, come to police dispatching. I said, girl, heck no. If I'm unhappy with concrete dispatching, what makes you think that I'm gonna be happy with being in charge of people's lives? There's no way that police dispatching is gonna make me happier than concrete dispatching. And she was like, no, like I love it. I was like, you're lying. There's no way you love it. You just love the money. And she was like, no, like I love it. And I was like, oh, I might as well try the chances of being happy at a new job. And if I hate it, well, I didn't like both jobs either way, so might as well give it a shot. That's what I did. I started the process. And again, on that resume, I put that I worked at Starbucks custodial, like all that stuff. The only experience that I had was the concrete dispatching. I didn't know if I was gonna get the job. As I went through the process, I was kind of like, oh, like I hope I get it. Like I hope I get it, because I see how like the HR was, and I saw how like the dispatch manager was, and I saw how like all the dispatchers were. I looked inside of the dispatch center and I was like, it was like intimidating, but I was like, I need to be here. Although there was so many screens and it was like dim, it was just like so zen. I don't know how to explain it, but like, I don't know. I just felt like I belonged there. I just feel like everybody was like working. They were there for each other, if that makes sense. It just made like such a huge difference to what I was like used to. And I was just like, wow, they're dealing with people's lives. Like they're dealing with emergencies, and they're still able to like, you can feel people's energy. And I like walked into that room and the energy was just good. It was good energy. And I was like, wow, like these people want to be here. Like these people want to help. And I loved that. Like I was like, wow. I did the interview. Everybody was so nice. Everybody was so good. And you could tell like, it wasn't like let's put a good face on for the new person. It's like, that's just how they are. And I loved it. And so I went through the process. Like I did my critical, and I remember my HR lady was like, oh, you didn't pass. And I was like, oh, I knew it. Like I was so stressed. I didn't know. I've never taken a test like that before. And they just look at each other, like the dispatch manager and the HR lady, and they start laughing. And I was like, can I take it again? Can I take it again? Like I'll take it again. Like just start laughing. They're like, we're just kidding. You did pass. So then I did my interview. They were just so nice. They were so nice. And I'm just like, wow, like they're giving me, the Starbucks girl, a chance. Like, I don't know. So that's why I always like advocate, and I say like, it doesn't matter where you've worked as long as you know what to put on your resume. If you put the correct qualities in there, then you're good. The interview, they're gonna ask you experiences, like times that you've failed, times that you've led, times that you've had to work as a team, times that you've been hard on yourself, times that you've had to figure something out, times that you've had to de-escalate a situation. Like if you're thinking about going into police dispatching, have scenarios. It doesn't matter where. It could be in your personal life, it could be in your professional life, it could be in school, it could be wherever, as long as you have an experience of what they're telling you. So have so many experiences ready, okay? I told them experiences that I've had, and then I remember doing the psych test, and First of all, I was so bored because they ask you every single question and they like ask you again hours later, but in a different way to see if you're lying. So just be honest. It's so boring. Like, just be honest. It takes hours. It takes hours. Anyways, took that. At the end of the psych test, I never took a poly. So at the end of the psych test, you talk to a therapist or psychologist, whatever it is. They're recording you and they're asking you questions, and you cannot ask them, did I pass? Are you going to recommend me? You cannot ask that. They're recording you. And at the end of that, they're supposed to email your agency and let them know, hey, we do recommend this person or we do not recommend this person. But at the end of the day, it's your agency that decides. Like, the psych recommendation does not determine whether the agency will or will not hire you. That's just part of the process. Like, they have to do it. I was like, they're definitely not going to recommend me. They're not going to recommend me. There's no way. But they did, I guess. And then they hired me. Tower 28 is my favorite. Dulce de leche is my favorite. This is my favorite. It's my go-to. Love her. That's how I started in police dispatching, and I've loved it ever since. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. The difference is that I feel like I'm actually like helping society. Like, I'm contributing to the community. Like, and I feel like there's so many people that don't know about this job, but like, as I've made videos about it, like, people are like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know you guys did this, or I didn't know you guys dealt with that. And I just like, I want to raise awareness to like, you don't know if the call that we just answered before you was a little child like crying about his parents, you know, like if we had to handle like a DV call, like a domestic violence, or you don't know if somebody just cussed us out on the other line and then we have to answer your call and like you're also mad too. It's so many emotions, so many different emotions in a short span of time that we have to learn how to deal with by ourselves. So that's why like our team is so good, and it's so important that you find a supportive agency, because you will not make it if you don't. I'm not surprised that the turnover is bad, because this job can make you very bitter and very sour, because for a little bit it did make me like lose hope in humanity, but then there's those like good people and good situations and things like that, and like your team that really like bring you together. We're here for one purpose, and it's really for you guys, and there's nothing more satisfying than to feel like you've accomplished the day. And I feel like that every single shift. There's some shifts where I feel like a failure, but then I have you guys, and you guys are so loving, and I'm so grateful. I feel like you like try your best, and there's people that like bring you down, and I feel like the media really like tries to make us look bad, but like we're just trying our best, just like everybody else, you know, like we're answering calls on people's worst days. We're answering multiple worst day calls every day. I just want to change that. There are good dispatchers, and there are people that like want to be here, and there's people that want to hope, and there's people that care, and I just want to shine light on those people. It's not all that bad as people like perceive it to be. I don't know. So that's how I became a police dispatcher. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. I'm sorry if I don't get to all the DMs or anything, but I am planning on making more YouTube videos. I really want to form a community here, but follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. I really love you guys, and I'm so grateful for your support, and I'm really excited for this YouTube journey. I've been saying that I'm gonna do it, and I don't, so today is finally the day. Give me some recommendations, whether it's like a controversial cop news that you've seen, or questions that you have about being a dispatcher, or true crime videos or injustices, whatever it is. Just comment it, let me know, and I'll try to cover it, because I'm gonna try to make a video every week. What day should I do it? Thursdays? Fridays? Not Friday. Maybe Wednesdays? I don't really know. True crime Thursdays? We'll see. But anyways, thank you so much. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Come on. Don't be shy. Girl, stop. There we go. This is the second stuffy that I made thanks to my beautiful coworker. I love her. This is the first one that I made with my amazing coworker that's well, she used to teach me, but now she's on a different shift. This is a dumpling. It's so cute. So anyways, yeah. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for your support. This is you guys. This is me. Thank you. Oh, I got lip gloss on her. It's okay. That's a kiss for you guys. Okay, bye.